Alright, I just wanted to start out with saying thank you so much for all of your support. I'm sorry for disappearing for 340 something days. I'm not going to bore you with a long explanation or excuse, but it was for mental health reasons. I'm going to show you how to crochet this Ninja Turtle. Hopefully I'm going to be a little more consistent with videos, but I will be having carpal tunnel surgery soon, so I'm going to try and film a few videos ahead of that. Just a heads up on that. Alright, thank you. I'm using Red Heart Super Saver for most of my yarn. This is Spring Green from Red Heart Super Saver. The red that I'm using is called Hot Red, also Red Heart Super Saver. The other colors that I use for the ties that I'm not showing right now, for the blue, it's Red Heart Super Saver in blue. Purple is Red Heart with Love in aubergine, and orange is Pumpkin in Red Heart Super Saver. The dark green that I'm using for the shell is Patty Green in Red Heart Super Saver. The yellow is Red Heart with Love in Daffodil, and the dark brown that I'm using for the belt is Coffee in Red Heart Super Saver. You need a very small amount of the brown and the yellow. Then I'm also going to be using 12mm plastic safety eyes, a yarn needle, and a size 4.25 crochet hook or a size G hook. Alright, to start the head, I'm going to be making a magic circle. I'm just wrapping the yarn around my finger, doing a chain 1. I'm going to be doing 6 single crochet in the magic circle using the spring green. Pull that closed. I'm going to be continuing. I'm not closing the rounds for any of my rows. I'm doing an increase in each stitch all the way around for a total of 12 in the round. Again, I'm doing 2 single crochet in each stitch all the way around. Alright, now I'm going to be doing a single crochet, and in the next stitch an increase. I'm going to be doing that all the way around for a total of 18 in the round. Again, a single crochet, and in the next an increase all the way around. I'm going to be doing a 2 single crochet and an increase all the way around for a total of 24 in the round. Alright, in that last stitch there, I'm going to be changing to the mask color. I'm using red. I'm going to be making Raphael. I'm going to be doing 2 rows with 24 single crochet in each row. I'm not going to be cutting the green yarn because I'm going to be using that. Alright, the last stitch, I'm going to be changing back to the green. You can cut the red, you're not going to be using that anymore for the head. I'm going to be doing 2 more rows with 24 single crochet in each row using the green. Alright, and I'm going to be doing 2 single crochet and a decrease all the way around for a total of 18 in the round. Alright, I put the plastic safety eyes 6 rows down and 5 spaces apart. Make sure that where the red joins were are centered in the back, because that's where the ties are going to go for the mask. Continuing on, you're going to do a single crochet and a decrease all the way around for a total of 12 in the round, or row. I use those interchangeably, sorry. Alright, I've stuffed the head. I'm going to be doing a decrease all the way around for a total of 6 in the round. Alright, to finish it off, I'm going to do a slip stitch and a chain 1. Break your yarn, leave enough for sewing. Alright, still using the spring green to make the body, I'm going to be doing 6 single crochet in the magic circle. Doing an increase in each stitch all the way around for a total of 12 in the round. Now I'm doing a single crochet and an increase all the way around for a total of 18 in the round. Alright, now you're going to do 7 rows with 18 single crochet in each row. Now you're going to do a single crochet and a decrease all the way around for a total of 12 in the round. Alright, I've stuffed the body. I'm going to be doing a decrease all the way around for a total of 6 in the round. Finish with a slip stitch and a chain 1. For the arms, you're going to be doing 7 single crochet in the magic circle. Now you're going to do 6 rows with 7 single crochet in each row. Finish with a slip stitch and a chain 1. For the legs, you're going to be doing 8 single crochet in the magic circle. You're going to be doing 4 rows with 8 single crochet in each row. Do a slip stitch and a chain 1. To make the ties, I'm using the same color I did for the mask, which is red. I'm going to be doing 1 single crochet in the magic circle. Pull that closed. Do a chain 1, turn. I'm going to be doing 3 single crochet in that stitch. I'm going to be doing a chain 1 and turn after each row now. Chain 1, turn. Do 3 single crochet. Chain 1. Alright, I'm going to be doing a decrease with all of these 3 stitches right here. yarn over, and then I'm just pulling through all of them. Do a chain 2. In the second from the hook, I'm going to be doing 3 single crochet, chain 1, turn, do 3 single crochet, chain 1, turn, do a decrease with all 3 of the stitches again, chain 1, turn, and then do a slip stitch, chain 1, leave a long tail for sewing. Alright, to make the yellow stomach patch, I'm going to be doing 3 single crochet in the magic circle, close that, chain 1, turn, do a single crochet across for a total of 3, chain 1, turn, single crochet across for a total of 3, chain 1, turn. We're going to be doing an increase, 1 single crochet, and an increase for a total of 5 in the row, chain 1, turn. Alright, in the first stitch, do a single crochet. In the next stitch, do a half double crochet and a single crochet. In the third stitch, do a slip stitch. The next stitch, do a single crochet and a half double crochet. And in the last stitch, do a single crochet and a slip stitch. And a chain 1. Leave a long chain for sewing. Alright, the shell is a little more difficult. Using the patty green, I'm going to be doing 6 single crochet in the magic circle. You're going to do an increase in the next 2 stitches. Do a single crochet, an increase in the next 2 stitches, and a single crochet. Alright, you should have 10 stitches. Now for the next round, you're going to do a single crochet. You're going to do an increase in the next 2 stitches, three single crochet, an increase in the next 2 stitches, and 2 single crochet. This is where everybody loves me. I'm going to be doing a single crochet around, but an increase on each side, top and bottom. So I guess I'll count for me. I'm doing 2 single crochet, an increase, three single crochet, an increase, two single crochet, an increase, three single crochet, and an increase. You should have 18 stitches in the round. Do a single crochet all the way around for a total of 18 in the round. do a slip stitch, chain 1. Now you're going to be working in the back loops only. You're going to be doing 2 single crochet and an increase. It's really hard to see with this dark yarn, sorry. All the way around for a total of 24 in the round. Do a slip stitch, chain 1, break your yarn, leave enough for sewing. So I think the most questions I have are how I sew everything together, so I'm going to try to be a little better about that. The easiest to start off with is I'm going to add the tie onto the head, so I'm just going to be sewing in the ends here on one end, maybe. And I'm going to bring the long piece to the center. However you want to. Alright, now I'm going to sew it on so that I'm tying these 2 end pieces together to hide that join section. I'm just going to wrap it around a few times. Tie a knot, and then bring that through the piece. I'm going to weave the end for the head closed. Alright, for sewing the head onto the body, I like to have the eyes facing the opposite of where the joins were. So the joins right here, I'm going to have the eyes facing this way. It just makes it easier for sewing the arms on. Also, I like to sew them 1 row before the increases end. So on a piece like this, my increases go up to 18. I'm going to be sewing after the 12 row, so right here. Alright, it gets a little trickier toward the back. Just make sure you're paying attention to the rows. My camera died, which is great. I just finished sewing the head on and weaved the tail in. I'm going to close the body. Alright, for sewing the arms on, I sew them pretty high. I like to start after the row of increases. So I'm just going to figure out where I want them. Alright, so right after the row of increases. I'm just sewing both sides of the arms together. Alright, and then I also like to sew my arms down a little bit. So I'm going to hold on. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 rows down on the arm against the belly. I'm just going to do a couple of stitches to hold it down. And then do a couple up the side of the arm. And finish off here. I'm just going to do the same thing with the other arm. Alright, the legs are pretty similar. I'm going to be starting on the row right above the decreases. Again, sewing both sides of the legs together. I've started right in the center of where the arm is, so everything lines up. And then I'm going to be finishing the end of the leg right in the center of the body. Alright, again I'm going to sew up a little bit on the leg to the body. So right after the 4th row on the leg, so I'm just sewing 1 row onto the body. And that's just going to make sure that it stands up easier. I'm going to do a few stitches on the side just to clean that up, and then finish off. The second leg is easier because you have a starting point. Oops, I don't know if that was in frame. And I'm going to sew the leg up onto the body like I did in the first one. Alright, and I'm going to sew the stomach piece on. The magic circle where the tail is, that's going to be on the bottom. So just line it up where you want it. I'm doing whatever this stitch is called. I don't know if it's whip stitch or what it is. I'm not a sewer. And I kind of like to sew a little lower for the center here, just so it's a little more defined. You don't have to, it's just a preference. Sorry, there's a reason I don't normally film this. It's very difficult. I'm all over the place. Alright. Alright, now before you add the shell, I'm going to be making the belt with the coffee brown. I'm just going to chain long enough to go around the body. You're going to want it pretty tight. Let's say 18 or 19 stitches. I'm doing 18 stitches. Breaking the yarn off. Alright, I'm going to have the joins in the back. It's going to be hidden by the shell. And it's going to be lining up the belt with above the first 3 single crochet. And then just sew them together. It's going to be pretty tight. And then do a few stitches onto the body just so that it doesn't move around. And then you can finish off. Alright, for the shell, you're going to see that there's a bit of a line here that was created when you were crocheting in the back loops. I'm going to bring my yarn right above that. So I'm going to be crocheting on the inside side of the line created from the back loop only row. There's going to be a direction where the shell is a little bit longer, and you're going to want that to be up and down. So the flat part right here I'm lining up against the back of the head, and I'm just going to do a few stitches before I stuff it. Again, staying on the inside of that line. Alright, I'm going to start to add a little bit of stuffing into the shell just so that I can see how the shape is coming along. And make sure I'm not sewing it on sideways or something. Make sure you're going through the body when you're sewing the shell on. Alright, I'm about halfway done with the shell. I've added a bit of stuffing. I'm going to continue on. Alright, and then just kind of double check and make sure you don't have any holes. Oh. See, I didn't finish right here. That's why you always double check. Alright, and then make a knot, finish off. Alright, and you're done. For some reason they don't have tails. You can add a tail if you want, but I don't think they have them.